because you can be a hard ass motherfucker too, so.
I was, because only reason that's there because you told me I was sitting over there. We could trade.
That's alright, babe. Let's just get. Oh, that's alright. Let's just get this
All
time.
you gotta do is stand up and I'll pull it.
More.
Stand up and I'll switch.
Boy, God damn it!
So bad sitting on no hard track.
Shit, God damn it. No, shit's nothing. It's already 2 minutes to 11.
I've been with
Look.
Damn, this motherfucker is back. The chilling's back.
Did you live stream on YouTube yet?
Start streaming.
Yeah.
What is it? I keep hitting a remote shooting. Start recording. What, it says start recording? It's not doing nothing. I tried that.
That's because you're not. Where's your camera at? What the fuck I keep saying moving around over there? Look, pay attention to how I'm doing it. You gotta go to live view. You gotta click on this to make sure you get the square off our face. Right? Go back to your OBS studio. Now, I'm gonna change it for me. It's gonna pop up. Okay. The audio input is there.
So now, is it ready?
I'm gonna have to put music on there. Yeah. Are you ready? Okay.
It ain't.
First, you gotta press start recording, start streaming.
It says stop streaming right here. Start.
Well, you already start. You started streaming. Let me see. Hold on. Still saying you can't access it, you dumb motherfucker. Alright. Alright, well. You know what? Fuck that. We just going live right here. And kiss my goddamn ass. Where's it? This is the camera. This is the camera.
Yeah, that's the camera.
Okay, do this. Take the mic.
Look.
What? Yeah, it's gonna change in a minute. Put the mic here.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's gonna change in a minute.
There we go. Oh, they was watching already. God damn it.
Exactly. You hear the feedback?
Yeah. Watching sound. Turn this down. Alright. Took that. Okay. You ready? How long have we been up here running?
I don't know how long you've been up here running our mouths, but I know we're having some technical difficulties, y'all. Yeah.
Cece was listening to us.
I'm serious. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, y'all. It don't make no kind of sense. Cause, we're having all kind of technical problems trying to live stream on here, And you know what? At the end of the day, it's getting on my nerves, y'all, because we trying to live stream, do something different. You know what I mean? Don't make no kind of sense. Anyway, family, welcome to Spiritually Speaking News. I'm Wunam, aka Nicky Love.
And I'm Brother Adinkra.
And today we are going to talk about the attack. You know what I'm talking about, right? The attack. What's the attack, Brother Adinkra?
The attack on what?
The attack
Black
on our
men?
black men?
Black men?
The attack on black men.
Okay. The attack on black men. Where do we start? And who do we start with? Um, Let me see. Hold on.
Okay. Video has no sound. Do you got sound now? Let me see if it got sound. Y'all, look. Can y'all hear us? If y'all can hear me, let me know. If y'all can hear me, let me know. Can y'all hear us now? Can y'all hear us now? All right, family.
I think.
What?
Cece, can you hear us? Cece is the only one on us. So she was laughing at us.
All right, y'all. Okay, look. We've been sitting up here having some technical difficulties, and it's Brother Dinker's fault. Y'all know what I mean?
It's always my fault.
She said, can y'all hear us? Let us know if y'all can hear. Y'all know what I mean?
They can hear us on YouTube.
Y'all can hear us on YouTube, and this is Facebook, and y'all can hear us on YouTube. Okay?
You got it off of Facebook.
All right. Yes.
Look, what I'm gonna look at.
Okay, but we know y'all can hear us on what?
What you do? You switched it.
What? Y'all can hear. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on now. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Here we go. Here we go.
Any day now.
Oh, I'm so silly, y'all. Okay, y'all can hear us clearly. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. So, anyway, it's Brother Adinkwa's fault that we're late. Okay. It's all his fault.
Yeah, I'll take the blame.
All right. So, family, we're talking about the attack on black men. Brother Adinkwa, tell me what attack you see on black men.
Um, they just finished with Cosby. While Cosby was going on, they was putting stuff out about Nas. They already, I don't know, maybe they're going after the rappers now because they did what they did with Hollywood, so they're going after the rappers. You got Nas's ex-wife saying he beat her.
Khalees. How the hell, Khalees, you gonna wait all these years to come out and talk about Nas? I'm gonna tell y'all like this. At the end of the day, there's a serious attack on our black men. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all better start watching. Y'all better pay attention. Okay? This is nothing new. But with saying this, family, first of all, Khalees needs to shut the hell up. Why are you gonna wait 20 years later to come out and talk about? You better leave my Nas alone because I love me some Nas and always did, y'all. Nas just that's just that's sweetheart, such a good guy. Not and just because his spirit, I read his spirit over and over again. Nas got a good spirit. So with saying that, I'm surprised Khalees is waiting to come out after all this time, only motivated by money, just like the chick that did Bill Cosby, motivated by money, coming out now, deciding to want to speak about what they've been through. I'm going to tell y'all like this. First of all,
What does she got to gain, though?
Money.
But she's already getting, well, now.
No, she ain't been doing
her baby
nothing.
gone. Her baby grown now. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, I don't see what she got to gain by saying
I don't think Khalees has a baby with Nas.
Yes, she do. They did have a baby.
They had a baby because he has another child.
She's but his baby's done graduated. He had with Khalees.
Okay.
She's grown, I think.
Shavonda, peace and blessing. Cause excuse me, y'all, his other daughter was dating my nephew, the one who plays with the Detroit Lions. So anyway, wow, they said they was dating, but we don't know how true that was. But anyway, family. All right, so peace and blessings to my brother Jamil Shabazz. Peace and blessings. All right, so family. Okay, first of all I have to say is that what do you mean what she would be motivated by? Money. Why would she wait all these years to talk about how Nas used to beat her up and she was drinking? He was drinking and they used to drink and he would beat her up all these years.
But you can't get money for saying that he beat her. You know what I mean?
Really? Come on
What
now.
kind of money she gonna get?
Come on. Hey, we got an attack on Bill Cosby. We got an attack on R. Kelly. Now let's go after the rappers. Let's go after Nas. Let's go after who else? What else? Fabulous. You know what I mean? Come on now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This attack on black men. But bigger than that is a spiritual warfare that they're trying to create between black men and black women. Now, y'all know. First of all, we already did the show about Bill Cosby. I'm not going to get into it because they're doing will be their very own undoing. We know damn well Bill Cosby didn't rape or molest nobody. I don't care what y'all say or how y'all put it. We did the reading the other day. We pulled out the divine and math. We pulled out the clairvoyance. We pulled out the CNI tools. We pulled out the divination cards. And it clearly showed that Bill Cosby was set up. Okay? That don't negate the fact that he might have been a womanizer, maybe cheated on his wife, but to be a molester and a rapist, nah. There's a big scandal against Bill Cosby. We already know that. Now, let's go on to what's going on with R. Kelly. What?
One thing I gotta say about the Bill Cosby case, the reason why the first case was a mistrial and was thrown out because the other women that came up were proven to be liars, and that they got eaten up by the defense. And so what the judge did, the judge in his case, he's married to a woman that
she's a sexual abuse
counselor. She's a sexual abuse counselor,
which is totally a conflict of interest.
It's a conflict of interest for one, and for two, he manipulated the whole case. The judge did because he wouldn't allow the women. He allowed the women that come in the last trial that they were totally discredited. He allowed them to be used as character witnesses again to prove that this is something that he had a habit of doing. But even though that they were all discredited in the first trial, and so they weren't allowed to bring up their past and what happened in the last trial. They was only used to say that, oh, this is what he did to me. So the judge was in on it too, and it's just
y'all better pay. All I know is y'all better pay attention. Now we got a set of sisters out here that are on some feministic bullshit. Now let me make this clear. I'm always going to be a woman first. Don't get it confused. However, I'm always going to be spiritual as well. And I probably be more spiritual than I am woman first. Because what's righteous in the eyes of whatever you want to call it, okay? Doing what's righteous is more important to me. Because as I told you all before, we must follow. We have to obey the laws of the universe. We must obey the laws of the universe. The laws of the land you got to follow. But if you don't obey the laws of the universe, you want problems. And right now, they're not obeying the laws of the universe. We got a such thing called karma. People talking about, well, if this is his karma. The truth of the matter is, read it for what it is. And I told y'all, my spiritual brothers and sisters, y'all need to pull your stuff out and start reading. This war is a huge war. And there's also a war that's taking place to create a spiritual warfare between man and woman. As I told you all before, the divine feminine energy must rise. So now we're coming back into the times of the 60s and the 70s. Remember when they came up with the feminist movement? So now what they're doing is they're trying to cause a further divide between the black family. Okay? And we already know that already is a huge divide between the black family, the black man and the black woman. So now what you do is you create more chaos and divide by saying that these men are child molesters. That doesn't say that there are not men that are not child molested. That's not to say that many of us women, 70% haven't been molested, but so have 70% of the men. Okay? We live in such a negative and corrupt society. You understand? We all been through some things. But we're saying that what we have to understand, family, is that there is something they're trying to create. We already know about the race war. Now they're trying to create a war between black man and black woman. So now you have a set of people that are in their feelings about what Bill Cosby said, what the elder said, and then they're looking at the fact that R. Kelly married Aaliyah when she was 15, although her parents gave him permission. Okay, so and then we're looking at the fact that okay, he was accused of molesting or having sex with a 14-year-old girl. Do you all see what the hell media is doing to y'all, our people? Can y'all see what they're doing to our people? And so you get the ones who are still caught up in the third dimension, here in the third dimension, that are being still continue to be brainwashed by what they're showing you, and not going into your first eye and reading it for what it is. Look at the bigger picture. Bill Cosby. Now you see R. Kelly on the news today. Come on. Then you got Khalees coming against Nas. So what they're trying to do is cause a divide, further divide against black men and black women.
Not to mention the black chick saying don't marry black men.
Oh yeah, and then you have
Asians.
what's her name again?
I forgot her name.
What y'all know what I'm talking about because it's all over the web.
They like when black women and black men say stupid shit like that.
Well,
they put it all over the news.
What is her name? I just seen it on the web earlier. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She wrote a book.
She ain't important.
She is important because we need to hear this too.
She ain't no.
She needs to hear. She ain't nobody, but she is somebody because if she's all over media and all over the news, then that means that she has something that they're listening to, which is what? Tell them what they're saying.
Huh?
Tell her what she was saying. Come on. You know every time I do that, I gotta drink some water because my throat got a tickle in it. So when I do that, you gotta be on time.
She was just saying, don't waste your time marrying black men. You want to marry get you an Asian man, like a Japanese. She said not Filipinos because they're the black men. They're the black men of the of the Asian race or whatever. And she just said don't marry black men, marry an Asian.
She said marry an Asian man. Her name is Issa Rae. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, so pretty. Thank you. So anyway, y'all, okay. Anyway, all I'm saying is that what we got to look at is the bigger picture. The bigger picture, okay? And the bigger picture is they're trying to cause a further divide between black men and black women. Now, some women will say, okay, well, she's saying that. Well, what about the black guys who date white women? Now, Brother Dinker, you had a thought about that today. Why don't you share a thought with the people?
I mean, I really don't care what race somebody dates, whether they're black, white, Chinese, whatever. Who they get in the bed with is none of my damn business. I don't give a shit. Excuse my language, but to me, if you're gonna date outside your race, that's cool if that's what you want to do. I personally choose not to do that because I just ain't really with that. But I don't think it's right if you choose to do that to bash your race because number one, your parents are black. And then on top of that, so what are you teaching your kids? Because they're still gonna be black. Just because you got a mixed kid don't mean anything. They're still considered black, and they're gonna be considered black when the police pull them over. So to me, it just really doesn't matter.
Okay, family. At the end of the day, I do want y'all to look at the bigger picture. Okay. Now, pay attention, and I'm sure some of you all feel the same way. I'm sure you feel the same way. Look at what's going on. And what they're doing is they're stirring up emotions. Like I said earlier, how many women and men in the black community have been molested, okay? So what it is they're trying to see, my child always decides to call when I'm doing Facebook. Didn't I just invite you to Facebook Live? I did.
Well, anyway,
you always call when I'm on Facebook Live.
So, like I was saying.
Well, I invited you.
Just because you date outside your race don't mean you have to bash your race.
All right.
Because
I'll call you back.
Because you got a new flavor of the month. You know what I'm saying?
What you say?
So just because you date outside your race and you got a new flavor of the month doesn't mean you have to bash your race.
Well, I disagree with what she said. I love the ground my black man walk on. I love the ground y'all walk on, and I love my sisters too. And it's sad to see the divide and the conquer that has taken place in the black community for over 50 years. Okay? For over 50 years. And you know, when they had the actual feminist movement, it caused a big divide between the black woman and the black man. I can't speak for other communities. I'm not in their communities, but I'm in the black community. And we're saying that, family, it's crazy because we have to look at what they're further trying to do, because you're gonna get your emotions all involved, and especially if you've been a woman that has been molested. So if you see a chick on there rallying, talking about, oh, they had a chick, I think she was on CNN, and she was rallying when they was doing the thing with Bill Cosby. First of all, let me tell y'all about that chick. She's a goddamn crisis actor, okay?
The one that was running around
Right,
naked.
running around naked. She was a crisis actor. What you don't know is Spirit showed me clearly that she was a crisis actor. And I guarantee you, if you do some research, you'll find out. Okay? So what they're doing is they're feeding off of the energy, knowing that the divine feminine energy had to rise, but it wasn't to come against your man. It was to bring the balance back. That's what it means when we say that the divine feminine energy shall rise, which is to bring the balance back. But because the masculine energy don't want that to take place, they're going to further continue, and especially the black community, divide the black woman and the black man. Any questions, y'all? Y'all got any questions? I see everybody listening, but if y'all got some questions, put them out here, because we ain't wasting time up here tonight, because I ain't talking all night, because I still got a tingle from my allergies and the pine trees outside. So if y'all got any questions, come with the questions. What's so damn funny?
She said she ain't gonna talk all night, but when we get off of here, she gonna talk me to death.
Well, you do some, you do
No,
some talking.
I'm just joking. Now I was trying to look up Issa Rae to see what else she said, because she said a lot.
Well, I don't know, what else Issa Rae said, but I know at the end of the day, come on now. Okay, like I said, what you do is your business. If you marry somebody white, black, yellow, green, purple, Asian, whatever you want to marry, that's your business. But don't come back to the community and tear down my black men. Don't come back. Just as bad as the black men that come back. Oh well, I'm gonna date every woman but a black woman. Can't y'all see? Are y'all ignorant to the fact that this been going on for years, that they're trying to divide us? That this is further division? Hey, yeah, no, I'm not, Kemi. No, I'm not. Don't talk. Don't say that. Anyway,
What she say?
don't listen to him. He the one who talk my ear off. What y'all don't know, as much as I get on here and talk, he talks more than I do. Believe it or not.
Y'all see how quiet I'm on here?
Oh, he's quiet now because he's not being in front of a camera. But let us get off this video and see you do most of the talking.
I'm about 100 times quieter.
And he'll be talking all night. By the way, family, that's my daughter talking junk. And Kemi in the chat room is my daughter. You be quiet. You too. You talk too. You see, they put on this persona like they're so quiet in front of people. But goddamn it, alone will talk your ear off, okay? We'll talk your ear. Anyway, let's get back to the topic.
It was for her book anyway. It was a book she did 3 years ago. I don't know why it's getting attention now.
It's all back to what I said. It's getting attention now because there's an agenda. And the agenda is to continue to divide the black woman and the black man and the black family. That's what's taking place. Y'all better pay attention. Don't say I didn't tell y'all so. Pay attention. It's to divide us again or further. Because we already got them divided. We don't know how to communicate with each other. We don't know how to talk to each other. We already divided. So it's to further divide us.
They say her book was a bestseller.
Bestseller my ass.
The Misadventures of an Awkward Black Girl. Of Awkward Black Girls.
The Misadventures of an Awkward Black Girl.
Of Awkward Black
And
Girl.
her suggestion is that black woman to marry an Asian man. Marry an Asian man, but make sure he's not Philippine, because those are the Negroes of the Asians. So you always want to marry either Vietnamese or Chinese or Japanese or whatever. Come on, she sounds goddamn ridiculous. She sounds ridiculous, y'all. And let me tell y'all something. Again, everybody has a natural intuition.
This is what she said. I'm going to read what she said. She said, in a passage from her book, Black women and Asian men should join forces in love, marriage, and appropriation. Educated black women's what better intellectual match for you than an Asian man?
What
so
better intellect match for you than an Asian man?
so
Let me, you
we
know what,
can't
Adinkra,
we
let me
can't
ask
we
you a
can't we
question.
can't cut the mustard for y'all black women
No, let me just ask you
intellectually.
a question. As a black man in America, how do you feel about that?
I think it's very disrespectful because she's implying that black men aren't intellectually equipped to be with a black woman. That they're so superior and so high in their intellect that we can't compete with them. Have conversation and stuff like that with them. So
Okay.
I think it's very offensive. And I think it's misguiding to the youth.
So
And
what
we
do you say to
already
the what do you say to the black men who say that black women ain't good enough? They ain't submissive enough. They ain't good enough to date a black man. What do you say to those? They go to Spanish women, they go to white women. So what do you say to those black men that have a problem with black women?
I think black men who say that, I think they just want somebody they could dominate. Somebody that's easy to control. And so, because I know most black men that date outside their race, they just like a woman that they can easily control. They can tell her any fucking thing. You can't tell a black woman any fucking thing. Most black women I know, you can't just tell them anything and they just gonna go for it.
So you think black men, those black men that are saying that,
They don't want a challenge. They want to be able to do whatever they want to do without any pushback. And
how about they just some weak ass Negroes? How about that? How about they just weak and they can't deal with the strength of a black woman? And they make excuses and say black women are too strong and black women got too much mouth and black women. How about they just goddamn weak ass crybaby Negroes and need to stand up and understand that most of them that got black mothers, most of them that do come out of a black vagina is a mother that is strong that had to raise their black behinds. What about that?
I think maybe it's just some resentment towards black women, period, when they feel like that, especially their mothers.
You know, Alderico says it's an insult to insult to our intelligence. Alderico, I agree with you. I agree with you. And that's why I'm trying to get you all to see what's really, really going on here because they're further trying to divide the black family, the black man and the black woman. We already have a huge communication gap, okay? So they're trying to further do that. Now, all of a sudden, out of all these years, your book was the bestseller after 3 years ago, and now all of a sudden you're going to come out. It's an attack on our black men. Can't y'all see it for what it is? She comes out and talks about black men. They're attacking R. Kelly. They're attacking our elder Bill Cosby. They're attacking Nas. They're attacking Fabulous. They attacked Steve Harvey, what I told y'all. Remember I predicted that and it came out next week. They started attacking Steve Harvey. So there is an attack on black men. They're shooting them. They're killing them. They're doing so much. Why do you all think there's an attack on black men? Why do y'all think it's an attack? Think about it because we're not paying attention, family. We're not paying attention, but they are attacking our black men. And sisters, I don't give a goddamn what kind of damn relationship y'all been in. I don't care how angry you are, but half of y'all out here got sons, okay? Y'all got nephews, okay? And do not let your personal emotional feelings that you have for black men stop you from using your vibrational voices to fight them back for attacking our black men.
I think too it's I just think they want to keep us divided because it's just time for us to come back together as a family, as a whole. I ain't just talking about black man and woman in America. I'm talking about Africans in America, Africans all over the world. I think it's just time for us to come back together, and they're trying to delay that as much as possible.
Peace and blessings to my sister, Alexis K. Tyler, Vagina Power. Hey, sis. Anubu, just joined. Okay. Now, again, I think it is time for us to come back together. But what's happening, family? There's a lot of things that are taking place here. A lot of things that are taking place that we have to look at. Not only is it an attack on our black men, there's a conquering division mechanism being used to divide the black woman and the black man. What they're doing in the media is they're feeding off the emotional situations that happen in the black community, which is molestation. And what we don't know, as I told you all before, I found out that as many men have been molested as women in the black community. Okay, so we're saying that there's different things that's going on in a mix of everything because there's not only an attack, they're trying to cause a spiritual warfare between us. See, they know that if we come together, black women and black men, and we unite and we come together tighter than tight and we start doing what we have to do, it's a wrap. They know it's a wrap. So they must continue to keep you brainwashed and programmed with all the things that they show you in media. They must continue to feed off of your emotional distresses that you go through every day in order to keep you vibrating on their vibration. What they have to do is they got to keep feeding you with lies.
I'm trying to see what's the
Lies.
it was a the name of the group that's calling to shut down. They're calling for the music industry to cut ties with R. Kelly. The name of the group is called Times Up. And so what I'm trying to do it's some. Let me make sure. The clock has run out. Sexual assault,
In the
harassment.
meantime, our lovely says some black women are lost in the mind and manipulated to go against our black men. It's very sad. Our lovely, you know what? We're all brainwashed and programmed. We all have been manipulated. We all have been, caught up in a sense. You have to remember there was a contract that was put into play, a subliminal contract that was put into play in the 60s. Here, black woman, we're going to give you this. We're going to give you that. But the black man can't be a part of it. So when you look at the subliminal contract that has been put into play to divide and conquer the black family, then you had the 70s, the heroin era. They put it in the community. They fed up the emotional distresses of what our men were going through, may not have been able to get a job and, going through changes and all that. Then you had the crack era, the 80s, okay? That further divided and messed up the black community. Okay, by that time, you had a huge communication gap between the black man and the black woman that took place where the black woman got a little ego and got her head on her shoulders and joined the Gloria, whatever it is, Gloria Feinstein or whatever movement of feminists. Well, I can do without a man. I don't need a man, which was bullshit. Okay? And what we got to understand, this has been done years ago. Years ago, they have put this conquer and divide division in the black family between the black woman and the black man. That's why we have no communication. That's why you get shit like they're doing today. Oh, you know what? Date an Asian man or black man, date a white woman or Spanish woman. They're more submissive. You know what I mean? See, again, I don't have a problem with someone dating another race. The problem we have is when you come back and you demean and you break down the characteristics of that black woman or that black man. That's the problem I got. And we have to stop that because it's unacceptable. Unacceptable, okay? Now, as we see, there's a huge attack on our black men, whether they're getting shut down by the police, whether their women are turning against them, whether they're being accused of molestation and domestic violence. There's a huge attack. Y'all better wake up and y'all better see it for what it is.
Now they're attacking the black women too. Well, they've been attacking us a lot, men and women, elderly women. The police don't give a shit. Um, I forgot. It was a lady who's been all over the news right now in Alabama for at the Waffle House. She got body slammed, choked, and choked in front of everybody by the police. It was like three of them to handle one woman, and they when they threw her to the ground on the floor, her breast popped out, and it's been this video and these images are all over the web right now.
Okay. So y'all need to wake up and see it for what it is. They have no regard for our race. They have no regard for who we are. They don't give a goddamn about women either. Okay?
And the Times Up movement was started by Caucasian women in the they're like an advocate for women
Hmm.
in the film industry, but they're an advocate for people in the film industry, but they're going after R. Kelly. Why they're not going after more people like Harvey Weinstein and stuff like that?
Exactly. What happened to Harvey Weinstein, y'all?
And he's not going to prison for all the shit he did.
And you know what it is that they're trying again, and this, like I said, there's many things that are taking part in this whole situation. You know why? Because they're still on the race war bullshit. Okay.
And the thing about this, one more, not to cut you, but
Uh,
um, the thing about this Times Up movement, they're using the black women that are in the group to attack R. Kelly. That's a ritual in itself.
Who?
It's the two black women that are in the Times Up movement. They're actually the ones that are speaking them out about R. Kelly.
Mm. The things our people will do for the love of money. The things our people will do for the love of money. But guess what? Them black women that's a part of that group, they're doing will be their very own undoing too. And what's gonna happen, family, is all gonna come back to them. See, I'm like Queen and Zinga, off with your goddamn head. Because at the end of the day, if you're joining a movement that is part of tearing down the characteristics and the manhood of my black men, as well as my fellow black women who are not down with that, we got a problem, y'all. Y'all better be like Queen and Zinga, off with your goddamn heads, okay? You want to join them and you doing unrighteous works against the ancestors? Off with your heads. You know what? Whatever happened to them is going to happen to you. Like I said, their doing will be their very own undoing because enough is enough. If you are not doing what's righteous in the eyes of the spirit of the ancestors, if you're not doing what's righteous in this time and day in 2018, you better be careful because it's not coming next year. It's not coming next month. It's not coming next week. It's coming as quick as you can blink your eye. As quick as you can blink your eye. And see, a lot of times when we think, okay, well, why ain't nothing happened to them? Oh, they getting theirs. Trust me. But see, you got to remember, they monopolize the media so they can put out what the hell they want to put out. Okay? But trust me, like I said before, our ancestors have risen like the million man China army. And let me tell you something. At the end of the day, you can put your shit on media and you can give the illusion that our people are just these evil ass, molesting, raping ass people and evil domestic violence people. But let me tell y'all one goddamn thing. Behind that media, ancestors ain't sleeping. Spirits ain't sleeping, y'all. The universe is not sleeping. So with saying that, y'all need to raise your voices. And when I say raise your voices, put your vibrations out there and begin to start cursing them. Cursing them with the vibrations of your voice. Because you know where they got that from, especially the Christians. Death and life and the power of the tongue. Well, death and life and the power of the tongue is an African proverb. So as you shall speak it, it shall happen. So I need my sisters and brothers to rise up and say, no more shall you kill our black men. No more shall you conquer and divide our families. No more shall you have communication gaps between me and my women and my men. Put it out there.
And it also says in here, it says Time's Up is a legal defense fund that provides subsidized legal support for those who have experienced sexual harassment, sexual assault, and abuse in the workplace. So they started this. They were the ones who started the Me Too movement. With after that with Harvey Weinstein. So I guess since they're speaking out about it, I think I want to see if they're gonna put up the money to try to have women come and do the same thing because they're successful in doing what they did to Bill Cosby. So I want to see if they're gonna be successful in trying to get something started with R. Kelly because actually they just right now they say they just want him out of the industry. The
They ain't
music
running a
industry.
goddamn thing. They need to sit their goddamn asses down. The industry is about to fall. As I told y'all years ago, the industry is about to fall anyway. Y'all gonna see that goddamn sign of Hollywood crack in half in 10,000 pieces. Okay? So at the end of the day, what the hell out the industry? Who the hell wants to be in your goddamn perverted industry? You understand? Where black people are not favored any fucking way. Real talk, y'all. Come on with that bullshit. And at the end of the day, I'm going to say this again, family. No, I'm not an advocate for touching a child. I'm not an advocate for molestation or rape. But I am an advocate for righteousness. Righteousness, man. And let me tell y'all something. If you have not taken the time to research for yourself and look into your first eye to see it for yourself, stop believing everything you see on the media. They will have you hating. Excuse me, y'all. They'll have you hating your men. They will have you hating your women. But I'm going to tell y'all like this. Y'all start putting it out there. Enough is enough. I don't give a goddamn. Go on the earth, take off your shoes, get in the grass, go in the dirt, and start calling it out to the universe, to the ancestors. Enough is enough. Enough is a goddamn enough. And all this divide shit is for the goddamn birds. And that's not to say, again, that we're advocates for anything. No, you can't touch a child because I'll be the first one, like, off with your head like Queen Nzinga. But there has to be proof. And as you all know, many of our men have been convicted of crimes they never committed, such as rape, such as molestation, and they didn't commit. And y'all go do the research for yourself. So with saying this, it must be proven. Okay? Just can't come out of nowhere and think you're going to convict. And well, now what it's saying to me, what about like we said, what about Harvey Weinstein? What about all of them that did what they did in Hollywood? But you know what, family? I'm going to tell y'all like this. Don't say I didn't tell y'all so. They may not expose it on their media. But trust me, ancestors is whooping their asses as we speak. They're getting their ass whoopings as we speak. Like I said, their doing will be their very own undoing. And all this race divide and all these things that they're trying to do, cause a divide between black men and black women, make us look so bad, the police brutality, the police killing, beating our women, taking off and exposing their bodies, they're about to get theirs back. Watch when I tell you, mark my words. Watch when I tell you, as soon as next week, they gonna start getting theirs back. Because the ancestors told me, touch one more mind. Y'all go look at what happened to that woman at the Waffle House exposing her breasts. Wasn't it two white police officers?
I think it was actually three of them. It took two or three of them.
Two or three of them to hold down a black woman? I'm going to tell y'all like this. And not only that, we're in the time of the divine feminine energy must rise. And there's one thing about us black women, we got power. Let us give y'all the punishment if y'all out of order. Who are you to give them the punishment? We're the ones who bring the boys out of our vaginas. We'll punish y'all. Get the hell away from here. Y'all get out of here. Y'all doing too much. We ain't saying that you got to kill our babies now. Because that's what they're doing. But we're saying that, watch. Mark my words. I'm going to tell y'all like this. I've been on this earth for millions and millions of years. Y'all think I'm crazy, but I know what I know what I know. Been on this earth for a long time. So, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Okay, and it just did. I'm going to tell y'all like this. Raise your vibrations with your voices and put it out there that they will no longer continue to kill our black men and attack our black men, nor our black women. Put it out there, family. Yeah. And if you a black woman and a feminist, and you say you spiritual, I'm going to be like off with your goddamn head too. Because at this time and day, at the end of the day, it ain't about feminine and family. This is a real war. It's a real war that's taking place, and y'all better recognize it for what it is. We ain't got time for no feminism. We already know that we have power in who we are. So do not make the mistake of being like them and join their feminist war, because it is you, black woman, who bring that black child, that black son out of your vagina. So you can't even be a feminist because you carry black boys. We're going to leave y'all with that, family, and we'll see y'all. I want y'all to check it out. We're doing a podcast, and I'm going to share it on Facebook. We're doing a podcast, okay? New thing we got going on is it's called Anchor, and I'm gonna go back on like I was on Block Talk Radio, and I'm gonna do it once a week. But at least people get to join like Block Talk Radio. So I'll put the link out for y'all. Probably start doing it next week, okay, family? Love y'all. We gotta go. Been nice, been fun. We gotta go. Time to go. Go to bed, y'all. No,
Peace.
peace and blessings. Whew, hot.
How you know this shit stop? Just stop.